according to the role of renewable energy in the global energy transformation, which is a 2019 publication by authors Guyland, Bushell, Sagan, Bazilian, Wagner, and Guarini, more than half of the power generators added to the energy grid since 2012 are renewable resources. That's very encouraging for those of us that want a sustainable future. Now, today we will be discussing how wind energy is the superior renewable energy source. Hi, I'm Jackson Smith, an environmental engineer at Texas A&M University, and I believe that we all have an obligation to care for our environment and push for a sustainable future. Now, today we're going to be discussing and comparing solar energy, wind energy, and hydropower. And we are going to demonstrate how wind energy is the premier renewable energy resource out of the three of them. So, what's up with solar energy? Well, you see, solar energy is a possible renewable energy source, but it has shortcomings. It is very inefficient economically. According to an article entitled Solar Energy as Renewable Energy Resource, the SWOT analysis by authors Gulongo and Chala in a 2019 publication, the economic impact up front with solar panels is very high. It has a very high upfront initial cost when investing in such a task. So not only is it non-efficient economically, but it also doesn't exceed 20% of the energy utilized that's possible, again, according to the Gulonga and Chala article. It's not a very effective way of harnessing all the potential energy possible. Now, there's also environmental consequences of solar power. So it only works during the day, obviously, as you can tell. The sun doesn't shine at night. So this makes it very sporadic, and it also depends on weather and cloud cover and that sort of thing. Now, according to the spatial assessment of solar energy potential at the global scale in the 2019 publication from Pravali, Patrice, and Boondock, solar panels take up a lot of land. Because it takes a lot of solar panel surface area in order to harness a small amount of energy, you end up using a lot of land for a solar farm. Now, this is degrading because it takes away from land that we could be using for pastures or agriculture or urbanization things. Now, if solar power isn't effective, why not hydropower? Now, hydropower is a possibility, but again, it falls short. Hydropower is expensive up front. According to an article entitled The Impact of Small Hydropower Developments on Rural Transformations in Nigeria by authors Imo, Olanju, Ibukwe, and Dashuni in the 2019 publication, there's a very, very, very heavy upfront cost, just like solar power with hydropower. As you can see, the dam behind me takes a lot of energy and resources to build. Now, additionally, according to the IRENA article called Renewable Power Generation Costs in 2018, electricity rates are relatively inexpensive once we get this technology set in stone. So as you can see on the graph that I made behind me with this histogram, you can see that the lowest electricity value on this histogram is the hydropower, which is approximately, it's less than 5 cents a kilowatt hour, which is immensely low compared to its competitors. Now, there's environmental aspects of this technology. Now, according to the EMO article, there are significant environmental impacts. And additionally, one of these impacts is that it can totally reconstruct the ecosystem that it's placed in. So, for example, with this dam, it forms a lake, which totally changes the ecosystem, floods the plain behind it, and creates new areas for new animals to invade the area, or it takes out habitat of previous animals. As you can imagine, this is a very damaging form of technology when we have endangered species in the area. So it's not very versatile because it is dependent on these water sources. So if you want to move to an area that does not have water source, like a desert or a high plains area, then this technology just completely falls apart. So while effective, it is not versatile and it can damage ecosystems. So now we talk about wind energy. Wind energy is superior to both hydropower and solar power. It is extremely versatile. In the book Wind Energy Engineering, published in 2017 by author Lechner, the need for wind energy is harnessed in areas where humans don't often settle. So in really windy areas like mountain ranges and vast plains, humans don't tend to go there. So we have this open land that is completely available for our usage to harness this wind energy. Additionally, according to Lechner, it's really easy to quote unquote double up on these areas. So in an area where we have wind turbines and have a wind farm, we can also use for agriculture and for livestock grazing and stuff like that. And so because of this, it makes wind energy extremely versatile to work in both concepts, in areas that we don't use and areas that we can use for other things as well, like agriculture. Additionally, wind energy has a very promising future. Over the past century, according to Lechner, there's been a constant decrease in the cost of the products used to make wind turbines. Now, this constant decrease, if it continues, will only lower our costs and bring the threshold of investment even farther down for wind turbines. Now, according to onshore and offshore wind energy potential assessments near Lake Erie shoreline by authors Lee and Yu in a 2018 publication, offshore has an extremely high potential to power the domestic electricity energy grid. Now, as you can imagine, as a society that consumes lots of electricity, this is an extremely critical thing because offshore winds tend to be higher powered, they tend to be more consistent, and even though it takes more to invest in up front, it's a more consistent and reliable source that can provide a lot of energy that we can harness for our society. Now, I hope that this can launch us into a potential green future as a society. Now, wind energy is the way into a new future. Wind energy is superior to both hydropower and solar power because it has numerous benefits, including versatility and cheap economics. Now, it is the best of the three, and it is really, really easy to integrate into our society. Now, with the renewal of half of the global editions since 2012 being the things that we need to use for the society as renewable energy, I believe that we can bring the sun to rise as an economy and as a society on sustainability using wind energy. Thank you. Wait, cards. So this is card number 1. This is card number 2. Card number 3. Card number 4. Card number 5. Thank you.